Good evening or good morning, depending upon when you're seeing this video. If I have my act together and get it edited properly and upload it tonight, then tomorrow is Teacher Appreciation Day. If I don't have it all together and it's not loaded up till tomorrow, well, happy Teacher Appreciation Day. Tomorrow is that day that somehow has been designated as Teacher Appreciation Day. Don't know whose idea that was, don't know who set the date, but I can tell you this, I appreciate it. So all this week I am getting coupons for buy one, get ones, or even a free sandwich or a free entree at local restaurants. Those are always great. On my way home tomorrow, we'll probably be stopping at Chick-fil-A to get my free sandwich. And in schools all around the country, PTA and other parent groups or other faculty groups have organized ways to help parents show appreciations to teachers, so that Monday will be Flower Day, Tuesday will be Cookie Day, and Wednesday will be Brownie Day. Thursday will be Winning Lottery Ticket Day. And, it'll have little themes like that. And teachers in these schools will be lavished with these great things, and it'll be wonderful for them. I'd like to talk to you about how a teacher really wants to be appreciated. We appreciate the gift cards, we appreciate the sweets and the treats, and we're not saying don't do those. There are ways that teachers can be appreciated on a deeper level that I think are worth us going over today. The number one way in which to appreciate a teacher is to realize that they are doing the best that they can. Been in this business for a long time, and I find that this is true whether it's education, in the business world, the corporate world, the sporting world. It doesn't matter what arena it is. No one shows up with the thought process of, think I'm going to call it in today. I think I'll just give it half my effort. There are times that teachers feel that way, particularly this time of year, when they are just tired, they are wore out, and they got that one kid that they just can't seem to get a handle on, behaviorally or academically, and maybe they are thinking, okay, there's only 47 more days till school is out. Woohoo! But teachers are doing the very best that they can. And if you can couch everything that you do to a teacher, for a teacher, with a teacher, because of a teacher, in the framework of that right there, of realizing that they're doing the best that they can, you'll solve a lot of problems that you may be having with that teacher. The second way that teachers want to be appreciated is when you're communicating with them about some issue with your child, please don't assume that you have all of the details, especially if you got them from your child. I've heard a lot of teachers who jokingly say this to parents at open houses for the first time when they meet parents. I've heard it at all grade levels. And they say, if you don't believe everything your child tells you about what happens here in class, I won't believe everything that they say happens at home. We chuckle at that, but we're talking about children. Children are going to get it wrong. They're going to see it from a certain perspective. They're going to leave out certain details, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. But when your child is upset and mad and says that this teacher did thus and so, realize that there's probably at least one other set of details. There's one other version of how things happened. We do this when our children have spats with one another. So let's do that for our teachers. When you're communicating with a teacher as a parent, try to make your communication as non-anxious, as unemotional as you possibly can. Avoid language that can be construed as an attack on the teacher, because I can tell you that these days Teachers are more nervous than a cat with a 9-foot tail in a room full of rocking chairs. There is always somebody, it seems like, trying to find fault with what they are doing. And when a parent sends an email that has inflammatory communication, inflammatory words, sometimes can be threatening, it puts their guards up, and man, they become prickly in a hurry. And it's just going to prevent you from being able to do what's best for your child. So, non-anxious, non-emotional communication. Don't assume you have all the details. And oh my goodness, don't do this. Don't drop your kid off. Instead of dropping your kid off in carpool that morning, finding a parking space and then walking into the school and somehow getting to that teacher's classroom and catching them off guard while they're trying to do duty before homeroom, that won't get you what you need. If your teacher lives in the same town as you and you see them in the grocery store or at a restaurant or at the movie theater, that's not the time to talk about Sally's grades. That's not the time to let them know how upset you are that Billy is failing that class. Let's not do those kinds of things to our teachers. That's really a biggie for them. This one is for you policymakers out there, whether you be legislative or up higher in a district capacity. Teachers want to be treated as professionals. Teachers are sick and tired of politicians making laws, making policy that they say it's a no-brainer when it really isn't a no-brainer, and they don't appear to know what they're talking about, whether it be the sequencing of math courses, biology courses, history courses, or class sizes, or anything else. Or they seem to think that because they've legislated the fact that every child is going to do perform at this level, otherwise we're going to create more work for the teachers. Bring them in. Ask us, where do we do this for a living? We went to school for this. We are trained professionals. Please treat us as such. We would really appreciate being appreciated in that way. The most important thing to remember about how to appreciate teachers is realize that they are people too. They've got feelings. When they've screwed up, they know they've screwed up. They don't need you to beat them to death with it, whether you are an administrator or a parent. They like to be congratulated on things that they've done well. They like to hear an attaboy every once in a while. Thank yous, not just on May the 2nd, which has been deemed Teacher Appreciation Day, or in December at a holiday time with a holiday gift. They like to know that they are doing a good job too. So let them know throughout the year. Just something simple with an email. Hey, just want to let you know that we appreciate how hard you're working. We know Billy struggles in math, but we appreciate all that you're doing. There's an old adage, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. You catch more happy teachers willing to work for your students with honey than vinegar. And realize that those teachers, they're human. They're people too. They're going to make mistakes. So keep that in mind when you're upset over how Johnny's doing in language arts, or that the teacher didn't really answer the question that you had for him or her on that email, or they seem to be taking a long time to get those papers graded, and you want to know how Susie did on that project that the two of you worked all weekend on together to make sure that it happened. Tomorrow's Teacher Appreciation Day. Today's Teacher Appreciation Day. Whenever you're seeing this, appreciate your teachers in those ways. Let them know that you realize that. The best thing you can do for them is to send them just a little note that says, hey, realize that you've got a lot on you, especially this time of year. We know that you're working hard, and we know that trying to get it all done is difficult. But we really appreciate what you're doing. You will drop a lot of guards for those teachers. They will realize that you realize how great a job they're doing, how great a job they are trying to do. And guess what? The people who will benefit the most will be your student. So, teachers that are out there, happy Teacher Appreciation Day. All of you all who are not teachers, be sure to thank one today. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be sure to click that bell so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. And always give somebody a reason to hope and learn something new every day.